The worst places to live on Earth usually exist because of a host of reasons. The area might be plagued with poverty, political instability, religious strife, or racial prejudices. Africa has its own share of the worst places to live on Earth, and knowing where these places are could determine life or death. Anyways, here are the dangerous places of Africa. Like, subscribe, and share please to help us. Thanks and enjoy. Let's start with the most dangerous countries in Africa, and they are in no particular order. Somalia has for a long time been known as a dangerous country, and this is particularly due to political instability, crime, terrorism, civil unrest, health issues, kidnapping, and piracy. People have fled from Somalia, while Somalia also hosts refugees from Ethiopia and Yemen. South Sudan, the youngest African country, sadly continues the trend many African countries go through before stability via civil war. It has endured a war started in 2013, 2 years after independence, that has claimed over 500,000 lives. Though a ceasefire was agreed upon in 2020, the country is still reeling from ethnic cleansing, child abuse, and sexual violence. Libya has gone through civil wars during and after the Gaddafi era, making it a dangerous place to live as there is ongoing fighting, protests, kidnappings, and easy access to weapons, all trying to be kept under control by a weaker police system. It is one of those places your government will strongly advise you not to visit anytime soon. Due to a violent history and constantly operating in poverty, the Central African Republic is one of the most dangerous places to live in Africa, while being one of the poorest places to live on Earth. Political struggle, which leads to a weak society, devolving into kidnapping, murders, and armed conflicts, keeps this country constantly unsafe for anyone to live. Now we move to a region not safe for travel, visitation, or life. The Sahel, which is like a cultural and physical transitional area between North Africa and the rest of Africa, is not a safe region. Its harsh geographical climate matches the drama it brings, that is filled with armed conflicts. Terrorist groups are rampant there, spreading across most of the countries in the region. Nigeria is considered a dangerous country because of the north that lies in the Sahel region, a place where Boko Haram roam and religious clashes exist. Other countries also dealing with the problems of the Sahel are Mali, Sudan, Burkina Faso, Niger, and the Ivory Coast. There is also human trafficking and extreme black market businesses happening in the region, and it's only making those manipulating the situation wealthier. Other countries have deployed their armies to this region and have somewhat been successful, but like Hydra, you cut off the head of a dragon and 2 more pop up. It will take a miracle for conflict to end in this region, and so we keep praying for one. Impressively, Africa only has one country that has a city listed in the top 50 most dangerous cities in the world in regards to murder, and we'll get to that shortly. So as this video is about the dangerous areas in Africa, we'll take a quick look at world-known cities that are generally not safe. Luanda in Angola, Nairobi in Kenya, and Lagos in Nigeria are considered dangerous because you can get robbed, assaulted, and carjacked, with the possibility of you getting scammed. Victims of robbery who cooperate will usually be unharmed. It is not advisable to walk around by yourself at night, and it is wise to use reliable transportation. This, however, does not prevent foreign investors looking for business in these cities. Now there are prosperous countries with multiple dangerous cities within it. How this happens is still a complex topic, but you have to look at South Africa as an example. Though one of the biggest economies in Africa with international recognition, many of the major cities like Johannesburg, Pretoria, Durban, Pietermaritzburg, and Cape Town are considered dangerous places to live. These are rich cities compared to all other cities in the continent. However, they are riddled with crime, from gang violence to assault. It may be safe to say the violence comes from the divide between the wealthy and those just trying to get by. Many people have had their homes broken into, while many have experienced muggings. Cape Town's violence stems mainly from the township, so if you're touring Cape Town, you may not be exposed to how dangerous it could be depending on where you visit. This situation may be considered a result of historical segregation. Lastly, we look at natural and geological dangerous places in Africa. The Danakil Depression, located at the Afar region of Ethiopia, is not a place to be taken lightly, simply because it is really hot all year round. You get frequent tremors as it's a joining of 3 plates, and your lungs get filled with chlorine and sulfur as a result of chemicals flowing through the air. If you get a heat stroke or get lost from your group, chances are you can die, as there is not a hospital close by. There have also been some instances of clashes between tourists and members of ARDUF, a group looking for Afar independence. Going on a safari tour is something everyone should experience. However, being stuck in the wild will always be dangerous, as there are countless horror stories of those who did not take precaution and were almost eaten alive. So if you go wildlife touring, please be wise with your movements. In 1987, 2 eruptions at Lake Kivu and Lake Nyos killed over 1,700 people due to carbon dioxide evaporating into the clouds, sucking out all the oxygen and choking people and livestock. Even today, carbon dioxide and methane gas resides beneath the lakes, waiting to escape, and if somehow this came to be, over 2 million people could die. Danger is a relative term. A bird is dangerous to a mouse, but harmless to a person. And in the same vein, while people label other countries or places as dangerous, those same dangerous places still have natives that live past the mortality rate. Some people run away from the wrath of nature while others embrace its risks. However, if you plan to visit any of these places, think carefully and be safe. Thanks for watching. Will we see you in the next one?